Well, this is certainly different. Hello, everyone. I'm Aiden, and I like to build things. And today, well, I'm not necessarily going to be building something. This is going to be quite different from my usual fare on this channel, and I'm going to probably destroy my viewer retention rate by saying I more than likely clickbaited you with the title of this video. I haven't decided what it'll be as I am recording this right now, but I do have something very interesting inside this this Cub Foods bag, which I will be obviously discussing in today's video and trying to piece together as much information as I can while things continue to crumble around me. You know, mistakes like that are funny after the fact, but they're not funny when you're in the middle of recording. Anyways, like I was saying, in this Cub Foods bag, I have something very interesting indeed. It is a Gundam kit. It is possibly a very rare, possibly a one-of-a-kind. Truthfully, I don't know. Let me just quick slide it out of the bag and show it to you guys. Yeah. This is very shiny because this right here is obviously a master grade GPO2. I don't know how to pronounce the flower name that it has. I'm just going to call it the GPO2A. But it's, as you can no doubt tell by this sticker here, it is a Toys R Us exclusive metallic plated version, exclusive figure also included. So, truthfully, I had no idea, first of all, that Toys R Us even sold Gunpla. I had no idea that, like, this was a thing that you could get when Toys R Us was available. I know Gunpla was available in the US, and it has been for quite some time, so doing what research I could on this kit led me to a bit of interesting discoveries. So, first of all, for context, this was a really early birthday gift from my dad, who said that a coworker of his picked this up at Toys R Us when this was contemporary, when it was on like store shelves, and simply never opened it because I mean, you could tell by how glossy this is, and there's also a seam visible on the sides, which is barely coming up on camera, but this is still shrink wrapped. This has never been opened, so I guess, yeah, this coworker of my dad's didn't want to keep this, so he passed it on to him, and he passed it on to me, so now it's in my hands, I guess, and I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with it. In the research I was able to do, which, first of all, is becoming horrendously painful to do now. Google is becoming largely useless for finding information on niche subjects like this. But from what I can tell, this was a special release of this kit done in 1999, commemorating that would be the 20th anniversary of Gundam. And since Wing and a couple of those newer animes were getting popular in the United States with the Toonami dubs, this was released to kind of go along with that. So, as you can see, the packaging has a lot more English on it than like a Japanese kit would. I'll put up what the box art for the Japanese version looks like on screen in post, and as I'm trying to focus this around my light setup, you can see it says Skill Level 8 on the front, and as well, if I can get this to be in focus as well, it also says what anime this is from, and it also specifies US UK 1/100 scale mobile suit, English instruction manual included, which is interesting. And as I turn this to the side, where hopefully this isn't woefully out of focus, all of the places you would normally see Japanese text on this box now instead have English translations, and not bad ones, I might add, either. They're not Englishy, they're not completely unreadable. I'm also getting questionable amounts of dust on my hand from handling the top of this, since it's been sitting in this shrink wrap for over 20 years at this point. Damn near 30? I don't know. But yeah, a lot of English on here, and then the last detail I'll show here. It even has a warning label printed in multiple different languages on the back here, mainly just saying this has small pieces that could be a choking hazard to young people, which, I mean, this is a model kit. I don't know what person under the age of 3 would even want something like this. But yeah. Oh, and I should also mention, if I can get this in frame here on the bottom. Oh, that's not going to focus, and this box is so large that this is not going to work. I can't move my camera. It's out of focus. I'll try to I'll put a picture of it in the video later. It explains that this is a skill level 8 master grade, which according to this chart here basically is just their way of saying it has this many parts, it'll be this difficult to build, which I guess also sort of translated into that now like meme-worthy 90s commercial about Gunpla where
Level 5 Gundam, 17 hours.
Level 4, 3 days.
Articulation.
Level 5, 10 hours.
Gundam, what's your level of commitment?
What's your skill level? I built this in this many hours, and, you know, goofiness aside there, I guess this is something that they played into their marketing, even down to the packaging. So a lot of interesting and unique discoveries for me when it comes to having this kit here. So clearly it's a bit of a time capsule, and obviously still sealed in its packaging, although if I turn it this way, I will say in the time that it's been sitting in that Cub Foods bag, I do think some of the plastic wrap is starting to come off. I don't know how well this is showing up on camera, but this shrink wrap is starting to develop a couple of holes in it. I don't know where those are coming from. But yeah, so that is basically the extent of what I know about this. I have not opened it. I would assume, since it says metallic plated version on this sticker, that it's going to be virtually identical to the Japanese release of the metallic plated version of this kit, even including the extra figure that one does. It just has different packaging. But yeah, so again, sorry this might be disappointing to some of you. I am not going to be opening this on camera, mainly because I'm not entirely sure if I want to, because I haven't been able to concretely determine how rare, how valuable, how special this really is being sealed in its shrink wrap like this. So I think for now I'm going to leave it in there. I'm going to store this separately from my backlog to keep any further damage from happening to this shrink wrap. But I think what I'm going to do is, since my current YouTube channel is almost at 300 subscribers, thank you all very much for hitting that subscribe button. I don't like telling folks in videos to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. I just kind of want that to be something that you folks decide to do. But I think in this case I might make a bit of an exception. If my YouTube channel hits 1,000 subscribers, I will make a special video of me opening this and showing you folks what the contents of it are. In the meantime, it's just gonna stay in storage while I continue to try and figure out what this is. If any of you watching this video can give me any more additional context, or how rare, how unique, how special this is, I would greatly appreciate that, since, like I said, I'm having a very hard time finding any reliable information about this. But yeah, so it's a little bit of a shorter video this time, just because there's not a whole lot you can really say, and I just kind of wanted to show off that I have this and make a call for help as to any information y'all can provide. It would be greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. So yeah, if this channel hits 1,000 subscribers, I will more than happily break the seal on this more than it already has been at this point, and show you what a American Gunpla kit would have looked like. A bit of a time capsule in here for sure, and hopefully nothing in there is crazy damaged being inside its packaging for this long. But yeah, thank you all very, very much for watching. Thank you for humoring me on a bit of a, I guess, a humble braggy video that this is now something I technically have in my collection. I hope you are having a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you, and I will see you in the next video, which hopefully not too long from now it'll be me opening this. Yeah, have a good day.